that they created is their business. Do we understand? What they do with the raw file of their business, of the pictures they created is their business. Now, moving on. Like I said, seek advice, keep original files. As the content creator now, make sure that you use written agreements and all of that. Now, what are the common myths, common copyright myths among MSMEs? Number one, once it is online, anyone can use it. No, once it is online, online does not mean public property. Number two, I paid, so I own it. That one is a great, that one is a great, that one is a great error. It's a great myth. Copyright is only for artists. You know, when you hear copyright, some people think it is only for singers, people that are singing or people that are drawing and all of that. No, if you are creating any kind of content, copyright is for you. And then some people believe small businesses don't need this. When I blow, by the time you blow, you have nothing to protect because they would have stolen everything you have created. If your business creates content, then it means your business already has copyright, whether you manage it or not, whether you protect it or not. If you create content, your business already has copyright. Now, moving on, we are moving into deeper, spaces. So far, we have learned how to protect the name and the face of your business, that is trademarks. We have learned the content and creativity behind your business, which is copyright. But sometimes when MSMEs will still, ask, if my business is strong and visible, is that not enough? You will hear questions like, should they don't know that I'm the one creating, is it not, they don't know it's me, I've been here, no. So let us go into that. Business identity versus branding. Business identity versus branding. Think of branding like building a beautiful house. Think of legal protection like having the title documents. That is, they have given you deed of assignment, CFO, all the documents. You can build the most beautiful house on land, but without a title, someone else can claim it. Yeah, you not see where somebody will build house now, another person will come and say, look at my own deed of assignment, or look at my own document. They sold this land to me since. You understand? Branding attracts attention, like I have said before, but the law secures your ownership when that attention comes. I already said it that when attention comes, copycats will come, all manner of people will also come. You understand? Now, what does branding does? Branding acknowledges your effort. Branding helps you stand out in a crowded market. Branding builds trust with customers. Branding creates emotional connection. You can charge premium prices. You grow faster online. Branding is powerful, but it is not defensive. Branding is powerful, but it is not defensive. It cannot defend itself against copycats, right? Now, legal protection, what legal protection does is legal protection secures your ownership. It confirms your ownership. It prevents imitation. And where there is imitation, you are able to get redress for it using the right medium. And legal protection supports enforcement so that when somebody goes to use your business name, whether they registered it with TSC or not, that legal protection that you have, whether it's trademark or something, will be able to, you will be able to use that to stop them from continuing. In fact, it is so much that if this person has made a lot of money using your name, you can ask the law to make them account for profits because the money that was supposed to go to you went to them. Because, if you have ever been to the market before, I like to use this analogy. Growing up then, there was Omo detergents. If you have ever been to the market before, and then you said you wanted to buy Omo, And then they brought something out for you, white and blue color, but the name is Como or Pomo. And then you say, but this normal, they'll tell you, I know it's the same company. I want to know. If it has ever happened to you, please let me put it in the chat section, put it in the chat box. If it has ever happened to you that you go to the market, you say you want to buy something, they'll give you another thing, and they will tell you it's the same. Hey, Abdul Shafal said yes, so it has happened to them before. They will give you something else. They will say it's the same company that is doing it. Whereas it's not the same company. Okay, Obola Shonibi said it has happened to them, but not Omo. You know, they will just say it's the same company. And it means that the money that is supposed to go to that business went to another one. Do we understand? So, like I said, the law protects value. Now, there was a time that there was this skincare brand that went viral on TikTok. You know, a lot of orders. You know how TikTok can be. When TikTok favors you like this, it's like blood money. You know how it is. So that babe that lady was already doing, you know, really great numbers on TikTok. Influencers were tagging them daily and all of that. All of a sudden, some fake pages started to come up. Fake pages appeared, and then people started to repackage that lady's skincare products. And then a lot of people started to blame the origin. And you see, the thing about online people is that when they are buying from the fake page, they will not look well. But when they want to complain, they will locate the original page. When they have been scammed, when things have gone bad, that's when they will know the original page. And then they will start to attack the original page. They will start to attack the original thing. They will not go back to where they bought fake products. Do you understand? Now, because this lady had not trademarked her products, she had no legal leverage. You understand? There was no clear proof of ownership. You understand? Now, her visibility increased the risk because they dragged her like Tiger Jen. They dragged her. You understand? And that thing really, really killed the momentum that business had, you know, grown. You understand? So please let us not wait, because by the time you wait until there's problem, it's too late. In this online generation, once they cancel you like this, that's it. Everybody, it's like a pack of cards. Once one falls like this, everybody will just fall and follow like that. You understand? So let us not wait until there is a problem before we seek protection of our business. Now, the more visible your business becomes, the more vulnerable it is without legal protection. That's one thing I want you to learn from that lady's story. Growth does not reduce your risk. In fact, growth will amplify your risk. I want you to put it in the comment section that growth does not reduce risk. Growth only amplifies risk. If there's anything I want you to take from this training, I want you to take that. Growth does not reduce your risk. Growth only amplifies it. So the more you grow, the more you scale that business, the more risk you expose yourself to if you don't put things in order. Yes, thank you, Ayola. Growth does not reduce risks, it only amplifies it. Thank you, Luateng Safari. Growth does not reduce risks, it amplifies it. Thank you. Growth does not reduce risk, it amplifies it. So when you are thinking growth, yes, thank you, only one right. Once you are thinking growth, think of blocking loopholes, because the bigger you grow, the more exposed you are to risks. And like my mother would say, the higher you go, the more disastrous your fall, if you ever fall. Did we get that? The higher you grow, the higher you go, the more disastrous you fall if you fall. Imagine somebody falling from a duplex, a busy bungalow, and then imagine somebody falling from a five-story building. You see that the difference in the impact, you know, the impact will be different because of how far they have gone. Now, now moving on. Let me just move very quickly. Thank you. Yes, growth increases the risk of a business. Yes, it does not reduce risk. Thank you very much. Now, I want to ask you this question. I believe everybody on this call has a business or a brand. If someone else registers your brand tomorrow, what will happen? You that you have not registered with CAC. If somebody registers your brand with CAC tomorrow, this your business that you have been dancing on Instagram for. This your business that you have done collaboration with Instagram vendors and coaches for. What will happen to you if somebody goes ahead of you and registers it to CAC? Or if somebody goes ahead of you and trademarks that name, what will happen to you? Yes, what will happen to you? Ask yourself, oh, is like Yorubas will say, "Mosinu mosiku." Be asking yourself, be answering yourself in your mind that what will happen after all my dance? What will happen? Will you be able to rebrand easily? Will you be able to that business is gone? Will you be able to rebrand easily? If it happens that somebody just hijacks your brand like that, the person sees that, only one Raj has not registered their business. I'm assuming that your business name is only one Raj. And then somebody just goes, bam, CAC, only one Raj, trademark, only one Raj. And then you just show up one day and say, you just receive a letter from that person. You have to stop using this name as our name. And you say, name that I've been using since 1999. How can it be your own? And then they present you with proof. What will you do? Please. The heartbreak will happen so that you will not have heartbreak. So that you will not have heartbreak, you need to do the needful. Do you understand? So now, let me also ask, will your business follow you if you rebrand today? You say, because we want to start bearing another name. Will they follow you? Can you afford the loss that business will suffer? Can you afford it? I can tell you, no matter how much they tell you to come and pay for CAC and trademark, it cannot be as expensive as that heartbreak that will happen to you. You understand? So please, most MSMEs, don't realize this risk immediately, but it is a risk that is pending. Abdul Kudu said you will start from start again. And I don't think that is what you want. You don't want to start afresh. All the momentum that you have built. I'm particular about people that are dancing on Instagram. All the dance that you have danced in this life. You start again, you start dancing again. Don't let it happen to you. So now, branding, like I said, attracts customers, but law will help you to secure your ownership. So I want to leave with on this. I've not been moving my slides. Sorry. Yes. So I said. So my slide says viral brands attract impersonation. Customer trust is easily damaged. That is when branding is not enough, right? Legal ownership provides control, right? So this is our next point, but let me just say, branding builds the spotlight, but legal protection ensures that the spotlight remains yours. Did we hear that? Branding builds the spotlight for your business, but legal protection ensures that the spotlight remains yours. I will say that again for it to sink. Branding builds the spotlight for your business, but legal protection ensures that the spotlight remains yours. Now that we have understood the difference between branding and ownership, the next logical question is, what exactly should you do step by step to protect your business identity in practice? What should you do step by step? Now, many MSMEs fall in love with a name first, then they try to protect it later. Don't let that be your portion. If that is your current reality, repent. Repent and do the needful. Now, as I have said before, names are like lands. Yes, yes. Thank you very much for that, Mr. Jinando. Thank you. All right. So I was saying that names are like lands. If you have, if somebody already owns it, you cannot use emotions to claim it. Yeah? Business names are like lands. If somebody already owns it, you cannot use cry and crying on Instagram because many of you now, any small thing, you have set camera, you have set ring lights, you are crying on Instagram. That one cannot, you know, cannot help you to claim it. You understand? So what should you do? Before you start building that brand, before you start setting ring lights, before you start printing nylon, register your business with CHC. Conduct name search early. CAC registry, trademark registry, conduct name search early. When you have conducted your name search and you realize that that name is available, register with CAC. When you register with CAC, you are telling CAC that I'm ready to do business. My business is in existence. My business wants to stay alive. You register with business with CAC. My business, I want to conduct business legally in Nigeria. Then you trademark the key elements of that brand. You know, we have talked about the key elements, logo, slogan, depending on what you have. Your logo will also should also capture the colors, the general get-up of that, this thing. Then the products, if you have flagship products that you want to secure, you use trademark to key them down. You understand? Ensure that you trademark the key elements of that business. Like I have said before, CAC makes your business legal. It allows you to open bank accounts. It builds credibility. Many of you, when you register with CAC now, you go and post it on your Instagram and you pin it there for them to see that you are registered with CAC. It's fine. You understand? And then CAC is also often required for contracts, for signing contracts. But like I have said, CAC registration is only the foundation. It does not offer full protection. Where you get further protection is trademark. Like I have said before, it helps you to own your brand name, your logo. If your logo is distinctive, that is, you created your logo from your head. It's not the logo that you can go and download on Google, not that type. You cannot trademark that type. And then if you have a flagship product, that is your main product, you can you can trademark the name of that product. You understand? So you should also document the ownership of your content and your designs. You should document the ownership of your content and your designs. You understand? So whenever you hire a designer, a photographer, like we have said before, videographer, writer, social media manager, digital agency, and all of them, you should have a written contract. Many of you have social media managers, but there is no written contract between you and them on who owns the copyright. And if there is no written contract between you and them, it means they can do anything they want or like with whatever they create with you. Do we understand? So you should also keep evidence and records, of everything that you are doing. You should save original files, like I've said before. You should keep invoices. You should retain your drafts, document creation dates, and all of that. And also, you should monitor your brand content, your brand and content, rather. You should monitor and act early. Don't wait until the person has now gone far. You say some people will come to Instagram and start throwing subtle shades. Don't throw subtle shades. You are throwing subtle shades because you don't have any legal ownership rights, exclusive rights over that thing. If you have registered that thing and it is yours legally, you will not go on Instagram and be throwing shades at other vendors. You come straight, you will not cut through the corners. You understand? And one hack that I will also give to us is, in order to monitor your brand on, whether there are people that are doing copycat, is to Google your brand occasionally. Just go on Google. Go on Google. That is if you are registered and you have good online presence. Google your brand occasionally. See if there are people that are doing anyhow around your brands. You understand? And that will help you to act early and to nip the problem in the bud before it escalates. Now, um, you know, we have issues, I already said it, brand cloning on social media. These are some of the issues that, these are some of the online and digital risks that your business can be exposed to. Brand cloning on social media. You understand? Content theft and fake vendors that will now use they will put all your brand photos, all your product photos, they'll put them on their own page, and then they'll be selling fake things to people. And then, like I have said before, online visibility increases exposure. Online visibility increases exposure. The internet makes your growth faster, but it also makes copying easier. It makes it easier for them to copy you. It makes it easier for them to clone your social media, your strategy. You understand? Because everybody has turned to coach on social media. You want to tell people how you made it. You want to tell people how to sell 1 million orders in a day. You go online, you set lights, set ring light, you put your camera, you are telling people how you did it, da 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 da. It is easier for people to clone your brand, and steal your content. You understand? Because of online visibility. And when I talk about brand cloning, I'm saying there are people who just slightly alter their handle. For example, Adesola Adeyemi, they can just put Desola Adeyemi, they'll remove the AA behind it. And people that are not watchful, they'll just assume that it's the same person. Most especially if they even have my pictures on the page. You understand? So we have to be watchful. These are some of the digital risks that your business can face. And if you do not have any legal backing, you know, you can lose your brand and credibility online. Now, what to do when things go wrong? When somebody infringes on your rights and all of that, avoid emotional public reactions. Don't be quick to set ring lights. It's not every time you be setting ring lights. Don't be quick to set ring lights. Do you understand what I'm saying? So, if your business has been copied, I can assure you that it's not as if you're careless, because it has happened to a lot of people. It's just that, if it has been copied, you are not careless, but you should. What this training is here to tell you is you should put guardrails in place to help you recover your losses if it happens. Now, when this happens and somebody steals your brand, you will feel angry, you will be afraid, you will be embarrassed, you want to set ring lights, don't set ring lights. Don't put camera, don't start talking online, don't start crying. No. What you want to do, because at the end of the day, public arguments, many times they will destroy the evidence, because different people will start putting mouth. They will escalate the conflict. It can even harm your brand reputation, because like Yorubas will say, the ear that hears the toe will not hear the fro. That was a joke, right? That is, the same people that heard the beginning of the story might not even hear the end of it, right? So, but you would have set ring light, and then you would have exposed your you would have exposed your brand unnecessarily, you would have harmed your reputation and all of that. So pause. Don't panic. Don't even post. Don't rant. Don't drag. Don't do anything. What you want to do is to document your evidence. You want to gather evidence immediately. Screenshots, URLs, dates, timestamps, copies of content, customer complaints, if it is that they faked your product and all of that. You understand? This step now that I'm talking about to determine how strong your case will be at the end of the day. You understand? Now, there was this issue that happened one time online. This lady that somebody manipulated their products, you understand, and then started to sell. It's not fake, but the person could not get the correct composition of that person's product. You understand? They could not get it very well. They didn't get it very well. So it didn't work like the original. And then some people had skin reaction from it. Now, this person went live on Instagram, started calling out the lady and all of that, started calling out. Now, when lawyers and all of that stepped in, she deleted the post later and all of that. But the matter escalated unnecessarily. And now, the people that have now put them, and online people, they will put mouth. People will be going from page to page. People will put comments here and go and put comment. You know how online people can be. You understand? So, but at the end of the day, such dramas are not helpful for your brand. You understand? So it will just escalate matters unnecessarily. But there was this other lady, she's actually a big brand on Instagram. Something like that happened to her. I wouldn't mention her name. Something like that happened to her, but she did not even say a lot. She only just documented everything quietly. She's a very big brand and all of that. She took screenshots, she contacted the lawyer, and then they sent formal notice, and nobody knew, but the infringement stopped. This person even did public apology. You understand? But this other one, the owner of the brand, she did not even post anything on her page. You understand? She did not post any rant or anything on her page. It was the apology, they had to collaborate with her that made it to her page. That was when people were now asking, what happened? And then you see comments, oh, you handled it with grace. That's why I love you. And then that's not even aided her brand. Do we understand? It aided her reputation. People were just saying, Nama you be, that woman you be, oh, see how you handled it with so much steeze, with so much composure, 100%, this one, that one. A lot of comments. And that even increased the love that our community have for her. Do we understand? I hope I've not lost you. If you're following me, if you're enjoying the teaching, please let me know. If you are enjoying it, let me know in the comments that you are enjoying it. If you are enjoying it, let me know that you're enjoying it. And if I have not lost you, let me know that I have not lost you. All right, all right. Thank you. Thank you so much. Oh, thank you very much. Great. I want to be sure I have not lost you. All right, great. So now, when you have gathered evidence and all of that, you will look at what exactly was infringed. Was it the name? Was it the logo? Was it the was it the name? Was it the logo? Was it the content? Was it the entire brand identity that the person just stole and all of that? When you now identify everything that was infringed upon, you use platform reporting and legal tools. You use the formal channels. The formal channels depends on which platform, right? The platform that the infringement happened. If it is YouTube, it is very easy. Once you report that post, they take it up. Even Instagram and all of that. So, and legal tools that can be used, your lawyer can write a cease and desist letter, can ask, for the platform to be taken down. They can report the platform, report the account, and then we can negotiate, we can settle and all of that. That is only if you have calmly gone through all these processes that I am talking about. All right, so moving on. I already said this: pause and stay calm, gather evidence, assess what was infringed, and use formal legal channels. Now, let us go to I want to do mental detox for you. Mental detox this afternoon. Yes, because some of the myths that MSMEs have is, I'm too small for IP protection. How much am I even making? How much is even the business safe? How much is the product safe? It's double I'm selling online. It's kuli I'm selling. I'm selling for when they dry pomo. What am I selling? It's something no. All those things. It's a myth. When you think that you are too small to worry about trademarks or copyright, you are setting yourself up. Like I said, by the time you grow, your risk exposure grows along with your brand. Do we understand that? Now, another thing is, I will register when I grow. I will register when I blow. it sounds logical because you say seeking protection costs money, growth, if you feel like it's more urgent for you to just go now, let me blow, let me make money, and you feel like, oh, the legal protection, it will come later, but may we not lose our sweat in Jesus' name. May we not work and another person will come and pack it away. You understand? So it is better for you to have that protection in place, so that as you grow bigger, your mind is at rest that anybody that tries to infringe on my brand, I will use that person to make money. You understand? Mm-hmm. Now, another myth is CAC certificate protects my brand. No, sir, no, ma. We have already sorted that one. So CAC does not protect your brand. It only says that you are in existence and you can do business legally in Nigeria. Now, another myth is if it is online, anyone can use it. No, sir. No, ma. If it is online, it is not everybody that can use it. Online materials are copyrightable. Yes, I paid for it, so I own it. That one too can be a lie. The mere fact that you paid for it does not mean you own it. Social media posting is proof of ownership. No, social media posting is not proof of ownership. The mere fact that it is on your it's on your Instagram page, it's on your Facebook page, does not mean you own it. You understand? And the mere fact that you have gone to open account everywhere, like I said, Instagram is not a registry. Facebook is not a registry. All those places are not registries. And another myth is that copyright is for artists, not businesses. That's not true. We have already sorted that one, and I believe nobody is confused about that anymore. You understand? So now that we have cleared the myths and misinformation, let's close this session by bringing everything together. What does it really mean to build a business that you truly own, legally, strategically, and confidently? What does it really mean to build your business, a business that you truly own? What does it mean, right? What does it mean? We have the myths that I have talked about just now recaps everything we have talked about from the beginning, right? So, but let me just do a recap that not everything valuable is physical. We said it from the beginning that intellectual property is not physical asset like cash, like land, like equipment. No. You understand? We also agreed that growth attracts attention, both good and bad attention. We also agreed that law exists to protect your value, right? You understand what I'm saying? Now, we have also talked about the myths around this whole thing. When you think about it as expensive, complicated for the big guys and all of that, whereas in reality, legal protection is a growth strategy. It's risk management. It's a risk management tool. It is a confidence booster. Who knows that thing on Instagram? What a confidence booster. Legal protection is a confidence booster. You understand? It will boost your confidence. Anywhere you enter, you know that nobody can use your brand without permission from you. You understand? So, in closing, I said that, excuse me. In closing, I said your business identity is an asset. Your assets must be protected deliberately. Legal protection supports growth. And we said you should build boldly, but own what you build. Build with confidence, but own what you build. Don't build something for another person to take away. Don't build something that you will start fighting over later. Don't build something that somebody else will now take it away now. You will now have to start afresh, like we said before. You understand? So basically, that is all I have today to teach us. So if you have questions, if you have observations, if you have comments, if you need any clarification, please, you can raise your hand. Oh, okay, thank you. We have one hand raised. If you have anything to say, you can please raise your hand so that we can hear from you. LSCT, if you have something to say. You are muted. Please unmute yourself.
Hello.
You are muted. We
very
cannot hear you.
Interesting.
Okay.
I'm unmuted. Can you hear me clearly?
Yes.
Okay. So I said that this was a very insightful session, that I enjoyed it so much, and I'm sure that the participants enjoyed it so much. We had a lot of information to take in. We learned a lot. I learned a lot. And thank you very, very much. Mr. Oluwatobi has his hands up, so I'm just going to unmute him so he can ask his question. You're unmuted now, Mr. Yeah, you're muted.
All right. Thank you very much. Good afternoon, everyone. So, should I say lawyer Adeshola Adeyemi or Mrs. Adeshola Adeyemi? So, thank you very much
Anyone
for the
is fine.
insightful section. That was very, very detailed, and that was very much insightful and on track. So, I just have a question. The question is as regards business name registration entirely. In business name there is the company registration, there is the business name registration, there is the limited liability company. And from what I realized recently, sometimes some people have this idea that because I'm doing like 3 or 4 different things, then it's better I just go for limited liability company. So, for example, maybe somebody is doing real estate and is also doing maybe educational consultants and it decides to register limited liability company. But because of the new tax reform, I'm starting to realize that it might cause some issues and so many things around clarity about your business and the threshold and how to be taxed, and also things around your trademarks and copyright. So for somebody who has like 3 different businesses that are entirely in 3 different industries, in order to maintain the legality and avoid any legal dramas, and also in order to achieve tax to avoid tax issue, what will be your own advice on how to go about the registration of the business? What type of registration is it? Like, what's your own advice as regards that to avoid legal issues and also to have a transparent tax to avoid tax issues?
All right. Okay, thank you very much for that, Mr. Oluwatobi Jimodu. Now, the thing is, if you want to register a business name, what many people call enterprise, um, you can only register it for, you can register it for only one object. You understand? Now, you can register it for just one object. Now, if you want to register a business or a company that will be into many things, you're right. You should register a limited liability company because it has the structure, it has the legal structure to achieve more than one object, unlike a business name, right? So now, except you now want to register 3 different business names for those your 3 different business objectives, which of course does not make a lot of sense. You understand? Especially because you are the one that is still managing, right? You are the one managing the whole thing. So, but if you can register a company, I would advise that you register a limited liability company because naturally, according, under CAMA, that's Companies and Allied Matters Act, a limited liability company has the legal structure to accommodate many objects. Do you understand? Now, regarding tax, let us not be afraid. A lot, a lot has been said about tax, 2026 tax. Let us not be afraid, right? And I feel like, you see, tax in 2026, as long as you are armed with knowledge, you should have no problem. For a new, all right. If you have your books correct, you understand? If you have your books correct and you have your inventories and everything, you are aware of what you are making, your revenue and all of that, we would realize that it is easy to not evade tax now, but to avoid tax. Do you understand? In that there are some legal spaces that have been given, like legal escape routes that have been given inside even those, those tax laws, you understand, that can excuse you, especially as a new company, you understand, that, oh, okay, if you are not grossing up to a certain amount annually, you are exempted from tax naturally. Even in the old tax laws, yes, you had that exemption for companies that are termed small companies. So if you are not grossing up to a certain amount in revenue annually, you are considered a small company and the government does not expect tax from you. Do you understand? So now, with the new tax and all of that, I don't think it will be much of an issue. All you need is to arm yourself with knowledge about the new tax laws. And I'm sure that LSCTF, if they have not done something around tax, they should. I believe they will be preparing to do something around tax for their, their audience. You understand? I don't think don't be afraid of tax. You understand? Don't be afraid of next year's tax and now underscore your business. No, go all out, grow. In fact, there are some, when you grow to a level, the tax, it will not be an issue for you. There are some companies that don't pay tax, so government will just tell them, don't worry, that tax that you want to pay is to build rate for us. You understand? So let's just be focused on growth and, protecting our businesses and all of that. Don't worry. If you have the means to, that is, if you have the resources to, I believe for what you have described, you have 3 different objects in 3 different industries. It is best to register as a limited liability company. Thank you.
All right. Thank you very much. That was
You're muted. Abdul Kudus Shafal, you have a question.
Good afternoon.
Okay, thank you very much.
Good
That was
afternoon.
insightful. My device was hanging earlier. Thank you.
Okay, good afternoon. My name is Abdul Shafal. So my question is, let's assuming you register your business, you have like a long name. For example, let me use FCMB as an example. Their full name is what? First City Movement Bank, and they have short name of FCMB. So if you want to register the trademark, which name are you going to register? Or can you register the 2 names with trademark? So that is my question.
All right, thank you very much. That is a very, very that's a very, very intelligent question right there. FCMB, First City Monument Bank. Now, there is something called your registered name, and then there's something called your trade name. So, for example, First City Monument Bank, I don't know whether it's PLC or LTD, that is their registered name. FCMB is their trade name. That is the name they trade with. GT Bank is Guaranteed Trust Bank's trade name. That is the name they trade with. Do you understand? Now, a smart company would trademark both the FCMB and First City Monument Bank if they want to trademark First City Monument Bank. But FCMB is their trade name. That is the one they use. That's the customer-facing name. You understand? FCMB is the customer-facing name. They should trademark that. Do you understand? So in the same vein, look at let me see. Nigerian Bottling Company. I don't think Nigerian Bottling Company as a name is trademarked, but every name that is customer-facing in that company is trademarked. Coca-Cola, Fanta, Pepsi, every name, 7-Up is trademarked. Do you understand? So any customer-facing name, any trade name, any brand name, any product name should be trademarked so that they will not, there's this There's this Yoruba nigga that says, so that come and be real at thing. So they will not use another means to corner you. You understand? It's best to just, go all out. Thank you. Did I answer your
So
question?
does that mean that I can, if I should trade that the short name, does that mean that another person can't get the full name? For example, I use like my brand name is a very long name, but I just use a short word. Like I use Kunlex Digital Limited. So instead of me using that Kunlex, it's very, very long. I will usually use what? Q Digital. So if I should trade that Q Digital, does that mean that they can still the Kunlex? Although I've registered it with CAC, I registered the full name, the Kunlex with CAC. But if I should trade the Q Digital with the trademark, are they going to steal it, or are they going to use the full name later on?
Okay, so if you trademark Q, I believe it's QLEX. If you trademark QLEX or Q Digital, you said it's Q Digital. If you trademark Q Digital, nobody will be able to use Q Digital. Nobody will be able to use Q Digital for anything. Well, it depends. There are different classes of trademark. So if you trademark it across all classes, nobody will be able to use Q Digital for anything. But if you trademark it only under a certain class, if you trademark it only under a certain classes, under those classes, nobody will be able to use that Q Digital. You understand? And as regards your question on if you trademark only Q Digital, what happens to the full long name, right? That is where trademarking the name comes in. You understand? Because it's almost as if your registered name and the trade name are different, which is not even abnormal at all. It's not a new thing. Like I said, we have GT Bank, we have Guarantee Trust Bank, we have FCMB, you have First City Monument Bank. You understand? So you trademark Q Digital, you have registered QLEX, the entire long thing with CAC. You can also do that for trademark. But once you register your Q Digital, nobody can use that Q Digital anymore. All right. Any other person? Somebody said for personal brands into creativity and innovation development, what should come first? Trademark or registered name? For personal brands into creativity and innovation. Do I understand that question? Could you please unmute yourself? Let me unmute you so that you can explain what you mean by for personal brands into creativity and innovation. Please unmute yourself, Mr. Oh, you can't speak now. All right, no problem. So maybe you can offer more light on that. You can offer more light on that in the chat so that I can better understand the question and be able to answer. Abdul, could you please speak? I have not answered the question, right?
You have answered my question. Now my question is on copyright. So you said about that copyright, but you get it said something, it protects what our creativities, either like design, the videos and the other stuff. So what I'm trying to ask here is that let us I create a video, or I create an audio for myself, and is it every design, is it every ideas that you copyright, or you just like register it once, later let us know I register it once? I want to understand that explaining. I want to understand more about it, because if I should, let's say every day we always we always got a new idea. Is it every day we copyright that design, or we register something that we are going to add to that content? Please, can you explain more on that?
Okay, thank you very much for that. Now I understand where you're coming from, because in this age of content creation and and digital marketing, digital markets and all of that, people are forced to be creative. So there are a lot of creatives out there. And yes, if you create something, that thing is what you register. Do you understand? So if you create, for example, you create a copyrightable content, you create pictures, you create graphics, you create a voice note. Now, let me explain this, that there are some things are not copyrightable. If it is common, you can't copyright it. You understand? If it is common, if it is generic, if it is something that it's not novel to you, particular to you, go. If it is not like that, you can't copyright it. You understand? So a copyrightable content is something that you created from scratch. It's not as if you built on something else. You understand? Something that is new, that you created from scratch. And for every one of those new things that you created, not something that somebody you saw it somewhere, you now added your own. No. For any of such creations, you have to, copyright those creations. Do we understand? All right. Any more questions? Any more observations? We have run out of time. Okay, you said like a freelancer that is building structure around his name as a brand, not just okay, I get that. So you're a freelancer, you're a freelancer, you want to build structure around your name. Okay, now you know this name now. Everybody, I mean, if you know this name, just put it in the comment section that you know it. The Olushola. How many people knows the Olushola? If you know the Olushola, please, yes, only one Raj. Good. So that is what you are talking about, right? Thank you, Dr. Samuel. Yes, that's what you're talking about. You trademark it. You trademark it, right? You register if it is, if it is a freelancer job, and of course there has to be, it's a business. You are selling yourself. You understand? You're selling your personality, you're selling your knowledge of, I don't know, what now? You said you want to create, you're building structure, creativity and innovation and all of that. You are being creative and innovative in something. So you have to capture that thing in a business model or in a business concept or context, and then you register that business, but that name has to be trademarked. So the Olushola is trademarked. You understand? So nobody can wake up. You know how many Olusholas are in this life now? You cannot wake up now and say you are Olushola. And then you see some people that will also trademark their face, their picture. You see maybe they along with that the Olushola is maybe his image. You understand? There are people, who can I remember, that uses like a graphic of their face, of their image alongside their name. You can trademark that, and nobody else can use that. So that actually protects your personal brand. Do you understand? Only one right. If you understand, please let me know. Okay, Omobola shouldn't be asked for my number, and then they asked how they can get copyright and legal protection for their business. Okay, before I go into that, only one Raj, did I answer your question? Please just put it in the comment section if I answered your question. Okay, thank you. That's great. Okay, thank you. LS ETF, I sent you a message. Please check.
Okay. Thank you very much, ma'am, for this insightful session. And Thank you all our participants for joining this session. So if you want to have a one-on-one session with her, Mrs. I'm so sorry. Mrs. Adeshola, you can drop your number in the comment section so they can just pick it and then text you for if they have further questions so they can reach out to you or for consultations. So you can drop your. Does anybody still have any question? If
I
you
can
still
see
have
a
questions, you
question
can
in
just
the
indicate so that we.
yes. They said, what if it's AI generated content but specific to one's brand assets? Aha, if that is the case, you can't lay claim to it because you did not create it. AI created it. You can't lay claims to it. Yes. In fact, you would notice that nowadays, for example, on Instagram, Instagram will ask you, was this AI generated? You understand? You have to declare that it was AI generated. You can't lay claim to it if it was AI generated because it is not your ingenuity that created it. Something you can lay claim to is something that you created yourself, that came out of your creativity. Do we understand? Well, let me also add this.
Okay, so
Our
thank
laws
you
are
very much.
developing.
Okay.
Okay, our laws are developing and there might still be no laws that will speak to that in the future. You understand? It is possible. It is possible that in the future there would be, AI is fairly new. You understand? Our laws are still trying to catch up. It is possible that sometime in the future there will be room for you to for regulators to determine the extent of AI's involvement and the extent of your creativity to determine whether it is registrable. Do we understand?
Thank you
All right,
very
that's it
much,
for me.
ma'am. Thank you very much, ma'am. I enjoyed the session. Our participants can, in the comments, is already glaring that they enjoyed the session. Thank you very much for your time. Thank you for sharing your knowledge with us. So, in the absence of no questions, we'll be ending the session. Join us by 11 a.m. tomorrow for our project management masterclass. Thank you very much and do have a wonderful day ahead. Thank you.